And welcome back, guys, and this is Mike Rato, and welcome to a new episode of our What If series. And today we're gonna focus on Kane's Unmasking. What if we rebook Kane's Unmasking from the build-up to the eventual unmasking and his storyline towards WrestleMania 20? While the build-up are going to be the same from the eventual taunting of Austin, asking Kane where is the monster he fought at 1997. He's gonna find that same monster because this Kane is actually soft and he actually isn't that much relevant compared to his former self. So Austin provokes Kane to chokeslam him, which turns into a stunner because Kane didn't chokeslam Austin at this time, and yes, the storyline happens. And yes, the Triple H inviting Kane to Evolution will happen in this storyline. Also, Kane actually accepting Austin's challenge, which fighting Triple H at Madison Square Garden, and Eric Bischoff adding a stipulation that if Kane loses, he unmasks. The same match happens, the same unmasking happens, and the reveal of his face. And yes, even the makeup stays. Instead of turning him heel, immediately we're gonna focus on Kane's revenge on Evolution, which we're gonna focus on a lot of backstage promos and a lot of vignettes focusing on Kane and his pyrotechnics and fire addiction. He's gonna wear the towel in his promos, hiding his face, talking about a lot of stuff, slowly and monsterly, haunting Evolution, stalking them backstage, and talking about a lot of his monster past, talking about his 1997 self, that he found his former self within him, that he isn't that fun-loving Kane, that Kane who actually did the Spinaroonie, and he is the Kane who actually destroyed the Undertaker, reverting back to his former self, except this time he's actually doing promos and he is more open for destruction. If it is possible, we're gonna make Kane actually burn a limousine which Evolution uses for their appearance on Raw. Even burning their locker room or just writing something out of there stating that he is back and he will get their souls. It happens sometime. Triple H is much distracted as the world champion, and yes, he is going to have a lot of problems during this time. Eric Bischoff will cut a promo against Kane in this timeline. Well, that's gonna end bad for him because he's the one who actually getting burned in this timeline also. And then when Bischoff returned to his room, the lights actually turn red. He will see a silhouette of Kane with shadow of Kane will be seen, and then the lights goes red as I told you, and then he will be actually attacked and then he will be burned there, just like what they did with JR in real life. Vince McMahon returns and then tells Austin that he will be taking charge of Monday Night Raw in this timeline because Eric Bischoff is actually burned. And yes, that same thing with JR actually happens. Eric Bischoff will be disappearing with a lot of episodes of Raw. Evolution is now worried because Bischoff is gone, and then they will be more paranoid because they don't have the manager with them, allies with them. And then a match will actually be put by Austin, which Austin will say Kane versus Triple H versus Goldberg in a triple threat match for the world title. Kane will actually appear on backstage and then writing something on the wall with blood stains, let's say of Nature Boy Ric Flair, writing on the wall that he will be coming for the solo Triple H. The same time, Triple H is also feuding with Goldberg at this time. So yeah, the match is set, and then a lot of promos between these three. Which I almost forgot that during Kane's unmasking, the lights goes out before he actually unmasked. That's why his face is not shown on television. And then when the lights goes on again during his unmasking, the lights of the arena goes back with his mask left in the ring. Yeah, that's why I put Kane on backstage segments and a lot of vignettes, because we're actually making this face of Kane actually mysterious for the people to be more invested of how he looks like because they were robbed at Madison Square Garden of his face, of the face of Kane. So the match happens. Kane will actually debut unmasked at this time. It is the first time that the audience will see his face, and he will be winning the world title during this time. Also, Austin stated in that match, if Evolution got involved, Triple H will be stripped out of the world title. That's why Kane actually wins this time. This match actually happens on Armageddon 2003, the last pay-per-view of Raw in 2003. That's why, yes, we're also going to replace the pay-per-view of Survivor Series and Armageddon 2003. Actually, on Survivor Series, the same thing happens with Kane. He actually buries The Undertaker with his shocking heel turn at this time. So the news broke out. The World Heavyweight Champion actually buries his brother at this time. And then Triple H will ask for his rematch, and he will lose all of his rematches to Kane because we're building him as a monster, as a full-fledged heel. So yeah, in the build-up for 2004, Kane actually fights with The Undertaker at WrestleMania, and as for Chris Benoit, he will fight Eddie Guerrero and Kurt Angle in a triple threat match for the WWE title. And as for Triple H and HBK, well, they're gonna be on a tag team match, a 8-man tag team match between them. On Shawn Michaels' team, it's gonna be The Rock and Sock Connection, Shawn Michaels and Bill Goldberg versus Triple H and Evolution. And as for Brock, well, he's gonna quit the company anyways. That's why they actually allowed him to have an early release. I know some of you may think that I robbed you out of the triple threat match between HBK, Benoit, and Triple H, but it is also an awesome match between the Brothers of Destruction. And at this time, it will not be one-sided between The Undertaker and Kane. The build-up will be on the focus on the World Heavyweight Championship and the fact that Kane buried The Undertaker alive. That The Undertaker will come for his revenge for his brother because he actually cost him the match versus Vince McMahon and he actually got buried alive. So yeah, the amazing mind games goes as just like in real life, the shaking of ring and many more that WWE actually provides. Kane defends the title versus HBK at the Royal Rumble, and he will defend the title against Triple H a pay-per-view before WrestleMania. Triple H and HBK will cost themselves the title match versus Kane. That's why the build-up for the 8-man tag team match actually gone, just like I told you. Goldberg will be also featured because he's a babyface and we need a tag team for Triple HBK. And as for the Rock and Sock Connection, well, it's gonna happen that Randy Orton and Batista are actually targeting them. That's why, yeah, that happens also. Benoit will unfortunately lose his match against Eddie Guerrero because he is the new champion anyways, and we can't let him drop the title just yet. Undertaker still retains his streak versus Kane, and Kane kind of asks for his rematch at the next pay-per-view and he will lose it also. And we will also make Kane a monster at this time because he will actually assault some wrestlers on the roster, recreating what he did in 1998, attacking all of them in that one night, which a lot of pyros budget for that night also, which will be known as Kane Night of Destruction also, which he assaults everyone on the roster that is fighting a match or backstage segments. So after he lost the World Heavyweight title, he will go for a mid-card title here, which he will dominate the champion and win the title. Because The Undertaker will now focus on the main event on Monday Night Raw, and as for Kane, he will be the main mid-card leader for Monday Night Raw. Kane and The Undertaker will destroy everyone who stands in their way at their different storylines. Not also going to make Kane a weak heel when they do it in real life. Instead, we're gonna make him a dominant heel, which if he was pissed off, he will just destroy anyone who stands in his way, and if possible, a choke slam from the different places throughout the ring and its surroundings. We can also make a choke slam from the Titantron, of course with a lot of safety baggings to protect the wrestler who will take the fall. Though he is in the mid card, he will still be a threat and he will sometimes go for a main card title, which he will lose the rematches, but we will make him strong. So yeah, we will not make him completely weak. Did you enjoy this video and did you like this video that I created? Well, if you do, subscribe to my channel, like this video and share this video. Also comment down below for more future video references and for more what ifs in the future. Again, this is Mike Rato and enjoy your day and stay notified by clicking the bell. So thank you for watching and I hope you have a good day.